Hi, and welcome to your community. All you women out there, women in business, we are going to get your show on the road.
Let's go.
Yes, and we're going to help you by mentoring you with examples and concrete information how you can make $1,000 a month or more by getting into real estate. So here we are.
It's a scary process.
But you can have fun with it.
And we've both done it, so take some advice from us.
And we've learned, basically, don't take life so seriously. Have a little fun. So basically that's what we're here to teach you. And we're going to chat today about how we first got into real estate, so you can kind of feel into the mindset of like, what do I do to get rolling, even if I don't have all the information. I think sometimes as women we're taught you have to be perfect, you have to look perfect, you have to have all the steps A, B, and C, but really life doesn't work that way. Sometimes you just dive right in and you do it.
You don't have all the answers all the time.
And it's okay.
Right.
Right?
So we're going to guide you to get some strong and confident energy towards this process.
That's it. So Jade, how did you get into real estate the first time?
Well, I was very scared to get into real estate and to buy my first house. I had been renting for years and just felt like I was flushing money down the toilet. I had given tens of thousands of dollars to landlords over the years. And one of the reasons I was really scared was I didn't have great credit. I didn't have a lot of money saved. Yeah. And so I thought I had some major barriers to being able to buy my first...
To buy
my first property. So I had a great agent who kind of talked me through some of these things, and I'd actually gone out and looked at homes with him and decided not to buy, and 2 years later I would call him up again and I'd say, okay, maybe I'm ready now.
And why didn't you buy the first time?
Price, I didn't know where I want to be. I just had some major factors out there that I wasn't confident in. And now I kind of kicked myself. I wish I would have bought that first time I was looking.
Totally.
I waited till I was 30 years old to buy my first house, and it doesn't matter if you're 20 or 50. You should get into this. It's never too late.
Never too late. Jump right in.
Yes. So I then I went looking and I found a house I liked and made an offer and I got it, and I mean, it was smooth sailing after that.
With the agent?
Yeah, with that same agent. I actually made an offer initially on a house I liked, and I didn't get it. And I was so bummed out. I was like, this was the house. And then you realize,
this was it.
There's another house.
There's another one. Imagine that.
I know. And it was much cooler. It had, a pool and some additional amenities that first one didn't have. And it ended up being a great investment for me. I made 6 figures on that house. So
6 figures.
In profit. So I made over
amazing.
$100,000 in profit on that house. So, what about you, Barb? Why and how did you get in that first home that you bought?
Well, mine was a little more naive than yours.
Okay.
I didn't use an agent.
You were younger though, right?
I was 24 when the deal closed. I started looking when I was 23, but the deal closed. I just turned 24. Bought my first condo. I didn't know how the process worked, so I didn't use an agent because I thought I had to pay them up front, and I didn't have much money, just like you. I was working at a government job for a very low salary, so I had the W-2, but I didn't have much savings. I didn't know how much I would need, but I knew that it would give me the tax write-off, and it'd basically be like getting a raise.
For sure.
I think
another benefit.
I got like $500 back from a month from the differential between renting and owning. The mortgage was the same as my rent, but because of the tax write-off, I made an extra. I think it was $400 or $500, and this was in '91. So I'm dating myself. So I went to a friend of a friend I knew was selling a condo for very cheap. I went to Rite Aid or CVS, one of those little drugstore places, bought the packet of papers that says making an offer on a house. I was so naive, but it worked. I wrote in, I did a little research, I looked at the comps, didn't really know what I was doing. I wrote in how much I thought it was worth, gave it to my friend, we both signed it. I stumbled around looking for a lender. A friend referred me to a lender. They looked at the piece of the paper, the offer, and they're like, you don't have an agent. But I was like, yeah. So she kind of rolled her eyes, but the deal closed. I had estimated $1,000 too high on the comps, and back then that $1,000 was a big difference. So I had to throw in an extra 1,000 to make that difference. But I did an FHA loan,
I did
3.5% down.
Same. Yep.
So I think it was about $2,700 plus the 1,000 extra.
My house was a little more expensive. It was almost $200,000 when I bought it, and so I had to put $6,700 down.
Mm-hmm. So the amount of money, though, in the grand scheme, are not that huge. You can work it out if you plan today. Start budgeting. If I'm going to do FHA, if you're brand new to getting in, 3.5% down. Figure out how much that is. Start throwing some money into a real estate fund.
Yeah, and I bought a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. You don't have to start with that. You know, you can start with a condo. You can start with something a little less expensive. And quite honestly, I think when I started looking again, I maybe had half of that amount saved. And I just went, wow, I got to buckle down for the next few paychecks and, you know, put every extra penny I have towards this, because this house is going to close and I better have that cash.
Right.
You know?
It kind of forces you to get serious.
Get moving.
Yeah, get the show on the road.
I think I had to put $500 in escrow to hold the house. And so then it was a scramble for the next 30 days to get that money saved, you know?